Y'all, it's your boy White Mike, Gulf Coast Epidemic 86 is the movement. Check it out. Alright, what we're going to talk about now is 50 Cent co-signing for Takashi 69. So, one of the first things I noticed when they were with 50 and they were actually in his mansion was the Treyway manager, the one that actually snapped after 6 9 was not allowed into the club in Houston. And he went off on his Instagram. Well, he was saying as they were walking through with the cameras, man, 50's got houses for real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, me knowing what a great businessman 50 Cent is and the success he has, such as G Unit, and how at one point in time, I don't know, well, I'm sure everyone knows, all the G Unit members actually had to live in the house with 50 Cent. What that's about, I don't know. That's a whole nother story and speculations that have been talked about. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to strictly get into the fact that 50 is a very smart businessman. I actually seen an article where the guy that wrote the 48 Laws of Power said that 50 Cent is the only guy he knows that applies those 48 laws of power to everything he does. And I when I was in prison incarcerated, I read the 48 laws of power, and I just think it's a way of manipulation, and it's like new wave sorcery. And I pass on that type of stuff. But with that being said, so we got 6 9 Breakfast Club interview, one of the most watched Breakfast Club interviews of all time, goes to the Dominican Republic, passes out money in the slums to a normal old lady, to a witch doctor, who knows. Directly after that, here comes 50 Cent co-signing for him. Now, if anybody knows anything about 50 Cent, would the old 50 Cent, if he was still rapping like that, embrace Takashi 69 and not say nothing about him? It looks to me like 50 Cent's trying to make a little business deal, or maybe a major business deal. Now, he has brung several other groups and members into G Unit on in time. He had, Mob Deep, Prodigy actually had 40 Glock that was a part of G Unit West, and Spiderloak had was it Baymac? G Unit West Coast. So we've and then now Uncle Murder. So we've seen 50 bring several people in, but the thing about that, when they bring these guys in, Jay-Z, this is the tactic he uses too. They bring these guys in on their label and kind of let them sit there and don't let them actually drop out any mainstream material. So all their money's actually coming from shows and mixtapes. With that being said, 6 9, no matter how many people hate him, is on top of his game. Especially with the trolling. The more, see, that's what y'all don't realize. True Takashi 6 9 fans don't realize. The more people talk about him, whether they criticize him or they're praising him, it's getting him attention. It's going to make people want to go listen to his music. And with the days and times and how it is, 9 times out of 10, as y'all can see, these youngsters are going to like his music and buy it. Now, the problems I have with him is he does have a young fan base, and I wouldn't want my kids listening to that type of stuff. Also, the image he portrays, the way he looks and stuff. And I'm not talking about race. We're talking about the logos, the symbolism. He goes for it. He goes for it. He goes for it. Anything to sell something to earn a quick dollar. So 50 Cent, I've rarely ever seen him let somebody kind of, looks like Takashi 6 9 is almost controlling. Like he's got somebody way over him that's not letting him get touched and let anybody do anything to him and let him run his mouth. Now, I said this, if you go back all the way to my first videos, I said I believe 6ix9ine is the new golden child. He's not going to be touched. He's going to ride all the way to the top. I said that. I believe he is taking Young Thug's place. That's just my opinion. I have a lot of conspiracy opinions. It does not mean that they are facts or real. It is simply my opinion. With that being said, so what do y'all think? I think 50 is fixing to try to make a power move. That's what 50 does. To have those gentlemen over his house. But I was thinking, if they did become a part of G Unit, what other rappers? I'm not really familiar with them. I seen one, Cinco Billy, I think I'm saying his name right, and he had a song called Billy That, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt it. Even though it's kind of the newer wave stuff, I liked his music better than 6ix9ine, but I just don't like the screaming. I'm older, it's just not for me. And I don't see too much lyrical content. Now, 6ix9ine, for him being the age he is a very, very, very smart businessman. He almost reminds me of, I don't mean the way he dresses or looks or acts, but his business mind, of another Hispanic rapper, Carlos Coy, South Park Mexican, which I don't condone or praise any sex offender, okay? All I'm saying, both of them have very smart minds. I don't know if y'all remember Carlos Coy, I think got something like a $28 million independent record deal from Universal. And there was a lot of speculations when he caught his sex case, if they did not set him up. Now, everybody knows the thing with this baby mama was real. That was facts. That the baby's mother's mother came years later and actually pressed charges, which I still don't condone in it. But it starts making you think, how many of these rappers do get popped with these sexual cases, and in the long run, they had to take the case, but were they really sex offenders? You got Pac, you got 6ix9ine, and South Park Mexican. And there's plenty others. There's plenty others that catch these sexual charges. A lot of these females, that's what they do. That's the way, their ticket out the hood or whatever, to get their money, which is totally wrong and false. People shouldn't do that. It's just not right to try to destroy what somebody built. Point blank, period. Unless you believe there's something going on that needs to be exposed. With that being said, it's your boy White Mike, Gulf Coast Epidemic 86, the movement.